Welcome back. The South Dakota Symphony Orchestra will be performing Revolution, music of the Beatles, February 10th.
And joining us this morning to discuss the show is South Dakota Symphony Orchestra Assistant Conductor Thomas Fortner. Thomas, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me today.
Okay, so talk about this Beatles show you guys have coming up.
Well, it's a band that's the Beatles.
Well,
it's
yes.
not actually the Beatles. Sorry,
Okay.
I have to tell you, they're no longer together.
Yeah,
they broke
Half
up.
of them are dead.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but we have an orchestra in addition to the Beatles, the not Beatles. And so we're going to be performing all of the great hits over their long recording career and performing career. And in many ways, it's a way to hear the albums as they were, the songs as they were on their albums with the full orchestra complement in the background.
Wow, very
And
cool.
so some of the songs, obviously, for the Beatles had full orchestras, but for like some of the more modern Beatles songs, there was more electric and more guitar. So are you guys adding anybody to the symphony? Because symphonies aren't really known for a lot of electric instruments. Right?
Yeah, we're sort of our shape kind of took place like in the 1880s.
Yeah.
So in some ways we're like an 1880s cover band.
Okay.
VH1, I love the 1880s. But yeah, the electric instruments made an appearance later on, and so some of those more like less orchestral, let's say, songs, there'll be some twists. You'll have to come see.
Oh, cool.
Do you have any, can you give us any hints as to some songs you guys are going to be covering?
Well,
Yeah,
Hey
give us a
Jude,
couple? Oh,
that's
okay.
one.
Yeah, I got to do that one.
Let's see.
Are you going to have like some
Somewhere.
earlier stuff like Ticket to Ride from like the early days? Yeah.
Indeed.
Wow,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
the
great.
pack of scores is on my desk is about this thick of all
Yeah.
the songs that we're going to be
Wow.
performing.
So exciting. Okay, so how can people get involved if they want to show up? Is there tickets still available?
Tickets are still available. They're going fast. So you can check us out online, sdsymphony.org. You can also call the box office at the Washington Pavilion. They can help you out. And the show is February 10th at 7:30.
Okay. And you also play a role as the youth orchestra director,
That's right.
co-director as well. Can
Yes.
you talk about that role and talk about the youth orchestra and how amazing that is to have us in the community?
Yeah, so we have 4 ensembles ranging from kids, honestly, as early as like kindergarten in some
Wow.
cases, all the way to seniors in high school. And our top group just performed last year. We went on tour to Kansas City, performed an entire big symphony orchestra of Symphony of Tchaikovsky. So we also even performed side by side with the symphony. And the little kids, we play Mississippi Hot Dog and D major scales, and we work all the way up.
Wow, very
So are they going to be helping with the Beatles? Are you going to give them a crack at the Beatles at all? Or
Not this year, but maybe
Nope.
next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They might not even know songs by the Beatles that young. I don't know.
It's true, and actually every year I ask my little kids, I just without prompting them, I said, "Are you ready, kids?" And if they say, "Aye, aye, Captain," I know that SpongeBob
Then
is
you
still
know
relevant.
they're
Still
legit.
relevant.
Yes.
But I haven't said, "Hey, Jude," and then if they reply back, "Don't let me down," maybe that's a good
Okay,
test.
yeah, give them a
could
little
be, yeah.
test.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
you need to start them with a circle of fists before you move them up to the Beatles, right?
Yeah.
Circle of fists. I like you got the technical.
Yes,
thing
sir.
there.
I got you.
Nice.
Very cool. So how do you think the orchestra has maybe progressed over the years or changed in a way?
Wow. Well, we just celebrated our 100th anniversary a few seasons ago. So we started off as what they call the Town and Gown Orchestra at Augustana. So that was town being just members of the community and gown being like, think Hogwarts professors, right? And then it evolved to be a 100% professional orchestra. So actually, many of our members come from Minneapolis, or we've had folks coming from the Chicago Symphony and sometimes. So it's truly a national draw in some of our big performances. So we've got albums that we're just released, new one coming out soon. We are really leading the way, not only as a regional orchestra, but as a national orchestra.
Wow, so cool. And so lucky to have that right here in Sioux Falls and get the chance to go see some shows.
We are really lucky. You got to come check us out if you haven't seen us.
Well, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be right back after the break.